Hello and welcome to the Path of Least Resistance. I'm Versailles. Today we're going to do a run using Spirit Blossom Mastery at 4 stars. For Relics we're using Double Scourge Stash and Guardian Angel. For Constellations, our 4th star we are taking the Rune star. This is pretty inexpensive to unlock, so I think everyone should be able to do this. And I've decided to go with the Craftsman's Favor. I didn't want to use like a legendary here. If you did, I think Secrets of the Spirits is probably pretty good. Also, if you get Master Your Yi's actual 4th star, he's a lot better. The other thing I considered was Phantom Pranks. This gives you an easy way to trigger Scourge's stash. But then you have no way to actually like buff your units. So you're in a situation where you can either easily buff your units or easily trigger Scourge's stash, and I don't know which one's better. I also have the Star of Bounty for +8 regen and 200% XP for Spirit Blossom Champions. I have this one to get this one, but yeah, you might not have that. The 8 regen helps a lot. I think I also have 8 regen from the Spirit Blossom Teemo for the same reason. I just wanted the XP node. But all in all, I have 16 regen here, which does a lot in this adventure. So, generally speaking, we're gonna go for something like boarding party is kind of fine, but we want something a little more. So, Spellslinger is probably actually really good. The problem is we need to be working for a specific win condition, and most of the adventures are easy up until we get to Atakhan, so the party rune or the final node, and we don't really have a good way to deal with him is the main issue. So I'm going to take Bouncing Blades here. That'll at least give us the ability to strip spellshield, and then hopefully we'll find some more mana gems. I would suggest against getting things that give your opponents mana gems. It just makes the end that much harder. Practice Makes Perfect is your best spell. I'm gonna keep one of them in hand. You do need like a unit to cast things on, so that's pretty important. So you're gonna use Petals to get a unit. And we're just gonna attack here. They want to block, that's fine with me. Get rid of 2 units. Less units on the board, the less puff caps you get. And I think time and dedication, that is Blade's Edge. Time and dedication first so that we get the unit, and then we can play a Serene Spirit. And I'm fine just full blocking here. Again, the less units on board, the less puff caps. It's kind of, I would say, frustrating that it counts your units as well. It should only be theirs. That would make the adventure a little more tolerable. It just takes so much damage. And we haven't played our Practice Makes Perfect yet. So this Yasuo, or not Yasuo, Master Yi, I get the 2 confused all the time, and there's no real reason for that. But this Master Yi is going to be a little bit worse than he could be because of that. So you noticed when we dropped him, he didn't actually do very much. That is pretty normal. So we're going to start by foraging. Again, this will give us that extra unit at burst speed is the important part. Then we'll drop a unit, so now we have a blocker, and we're just going to let this attack happen, and we're going to Practice Makes Perfect so that we can block, and block, and block, and block. And we'll shoot the enemy nexus, why not? When you're recalling to re-attack, make sure that you have space in your hand. I've made that mistake a couple times now, where I don't have space in my hand, I attack, kills all the units, and then Master Yi just disappears because there was no room. And we're gonna drop him. Practice makes perfect, will heal us. Grab trusty Adner here. Gives us a couple of blockers. Probably don't want to use those blockers though. This is +5. So I don't know the best way to do this. We can't kill the Master Thrift anyway, which is kind of the main goal here. I think something like this. Just again, trying to remove all the units off the board. Drop Adner again. We attack, doing 11 damage. And we finish it off with Master Yi. More practice makes perfect this time. That's basically the idea. Problem is it's a little slow into the very last thing. So we're going to need to find a solution for that. And I'm not sure what that solution is. I think Guiding Touch is okay. We could get like round start stun or something. That's kind of what we're looking for. Formless Blade would get rid of spellshield, but we can kind of do that already. Misfortune with capture might actually solve the issue. Island Navigators, more or less completely useless. We can get rid of that later. And at the Ada Spirit, don't really play slow spells. And we definitely don't want our photo rally. Shopper Champion Item Chest is interesting. Powers are really good. Sometimes you can get good item though. I'm gonna go shop and hope that's the correct decision. Counterfeit production is good. So we'll take it. We go to A2 Quiet Place. I tried Explosive Encounter, it's bad. We're a little bit slow, and by the time we get started, usually we've lost the game already. So could counterfeit something like Guided Touch, but we don't want to counterfeit anything until later. Can't afford to time and dedication. Could attack here and get rid of the Petal Pixie. It's probably not a bad plan, but I'm just gonna hold for now. I think we just take this. Little bit of a mistake there. Forgot I needed to, you know, have space in my hand. Didn't even get the Grief's Lesson out of it, so pretty bad. Going to draw a card, play a card. And I don't really care about keeping that alive. We can time a dedication here. That won't obviously boost him, but it'll put him to sleep, which means he'll come back later, but with more stats. Play Misfortune. I think this has potential to do weird things with the capture. So for example, if I now put Misfortune to sleep, the captured unit gets burnt. I think I'm gonna Blade's Edge this guy so that he retains his stats. We're never gonna run out of cards because we have counterfeit copies. It's just a matter of living. I think currently we want to get rid of the Coastal Defender ahead of time, because if it challenges Misfortune, that's going to be a bad situation for me. We need an elusive blocker, but we can't make one because Ghost will remove our unit. So I think we just sort of take 12 here. Could block with Misfortune, but again, bad plan for me. This targets 3 units. That's actually pretty strong. Don't want to sleep Misfortune until I get value out of that. And we're gonna heal. Mostly want to see if we can draw our next Master Yi. If we don't get that, we kind of lose the game. Not sure what to do at the moment. Feel like I just attack here. Do need an elusive. I don't have one. I just don't have one. Gonna time and dedication, burning that unit. We could play second Misfortune actually.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that.
And they make a new unit, so we burn. Pretty good so far, I think. Hand is over full though.
From shore to hills, we know every acre.
I think we pass. Can block here, here, and I probably can't afford to take 7 damage, so just Blade's Edge. Great timing. We play a practice makes perfect. It actually won't do anything, it won't even heal us. But I'm gonna counterfeit Master Yi just so we don't run out of cards later. And let them play a card. Sleep of Misfortune. And can also... We'll play practice makes perfect because it doesn't do anything. Yeah, we steal more of their units. So we're slowly getting rid of their units just by capturing them. And then burning them out. This will be able to kill one unit, which isn't great, but I don't know. Nothing I can really do about it. So we attack with Spirit Blossom, Master Yi, and this giant unit, and may as well attack with that guy too. So we're in a good position now. And now that their board is full, we sleep Misfortune. And we'll sleep the other Misfortune.
We must own our weakness, else they bind us.
Putting curses in my hand is really not nice. Gonna sleep this guy, I should get rid of the curse. Doesn't help with my elusive situation though. Why can't he block? Because he's shackled, got it. Yeah, well, we block here, we can't block either of the elusives. And Blades Edge one of them to put it to sleep. That's the best we can do. And we can drop Master Yi. Does all sorts of weird stuff, nothing super helpful though. You'd think this would count as an attack and then trigger Misfortune's ability, but apparently it does not. Yes, we get rid of shackles. Definitely not helping. Probably would have been better if they blocked with anything. Not really sure what I'm doing. Send round because they let us. Looks like it wins. I don't know. That usually doesn't go that way. Usually we have a different win condition. But yeah, whatever. It's fine, I guess. So Defiant Dance can recall a unit, which means we could recall Atakhan, but we need 6 mana to make that happen. And that might work. So I'll take it just in preparation. Again, I'm getting a lot of hit points back, more than the usual amount. I think any of these is going to be worse than not taking. And going this way is death, so we go up. With 2 mana gems is pretty good. One downside is, you know, the ability to actually play those mana gems because of all the landmarks, and they only have 1 hit point, so essentially not the best plan I've had to hold them both, but we're doing it anyway. Should have played one then, Time and Dedication, and then the other. That way I could have actually refilled my spell mana there. I'm going to copy Guiding Touch because it lets me draw cards, and then it'll let me use my Time and Dedication so we can get a little bit of damage in here. Kind of creating too many cards, and it's causing hand issues. If I forge here, it's not going to matter, they have 3 landmarks. I'm gonna Blade's Edge. And we get our Spirit Blossom Master. So that part is nice. Can't play Spirit Aspirant because they'll play this landmark. So I think I heal. Actually might still want to copy Guiding Touch now that I have Master Yi in hand. Play Spirit Aspirant and Fallen Student. They don't have enough mana gems to trigger Master Yi. If you get Spellburn, that's really good, because it lets you have enough spells or do damage by playing your Time and Dedication, and then you can drop your champion off of that. It's like 5 AM, I can't think at all right now. Mutable copy, Master Yi, and we'll pass. Gonna respond to this with the Blade's Edge. And then they're almost certainly gonna attack right now, but we're gonna draw Master Yi first. We're going to practice Makes Perfect to get rid of the Grim. Yeah, we'll block as much as we can. Copy Guided Touch. Guiding Touch. Copy it again. Play Guiding Touch. Really don't want to play it one more time, because we do want to send back to hand. Forge first. Apparently needed to forge because We actually didn't have the level up yet, so attacking would have just lost me the unit. It's rare that he's not leveled up, so kind of forgot that could be a thing. But at the end of that, we healed full, and we're able to kill the Nexus, so pretty good. Not excited about any of these things. Thinking maybe coral creatures could draw me into something useful, but unsure. I like all of these cards, so we're not going to get rid of them. Definitely don't want to add an item to a card. I think we just heal. Pretty sure adding an item to a card adds a card in your deck. And then we get rid of our most expensive card, which is the Scout person. Island Navigator. I always get there in the end. Drop our Spirit Aspirant, then we Time and Dedication. If they play Orb of Deception, then obviously none of what we do matters, but hopefully they won't do that. They'll probably do that. Gonna Blade's Edge this unit so we can kill it later, and we attack. I've decided the Fox Spirit's easier than the Arrow Eater. I don't know if that's real or imaginary, but I've definitely decided that. I'm gonna start with Time and Dedication to make another unit, and then I think we pass here, let them attack. We don't really want to do anything until that happens. Now we're gonna play Ghost, let this block an elusive, and we can block here, here, and here. I can block 2 here, 1 here, and Blade's Edge. And then this will make it so that we can get rid of that unit the next time it attacks. You don't want to get rid of things until they attack, because they can just replay. Look at how many cards they have. It's kind of silly. Going to Blade's Edge, the Nexus here. This is Orb of Deception. It's bound to show up eventually. And we attack with everything. They block. We boost Master E. And then we attack again. And we counterfeit, got touch. Blade's Edge the Nexus. Actually should have waited until they attacked, because now they made Fox Spirits. The actual interesting thing is if you drop Master Yi, it's really bad. It counts as spells being played, so they'll fill up their board. We want to kind of avoid that, and I forgot about that until I just said that, so lucky me, remembering in time. Drop our Mana Gem again. Counterfeit Guided Touch, Guiding Touch ourselves, because our Nexus is low. Might need to be counterfeiting Master Yi actually, because we haven't really played Practice Makes Perfect, which is kind of one of our win conditions. Drop Master Yi, So Ari is potentially an issue. Giving them units is fine because we're gonna strike here. And they block with Ari, so we're gonna Grief's Lesson. We do unfortunately lose our Crackshot Corsair. New Ari. Don't have an elusive. We capture, it's gonna capture the box thing. I think we're gonna play Coral Creatures. I'm gonna capture the fox thing. Can't do anything about this, they'll get their fox back. Not looking good for me. So we have Petals of Fate. Lightness block, a couple of units here.
No guilds, no entry.
And we can also Uju style. If we draw into a flash bomb, we could lose the game. So, you know, that's not great. I think this actually blocks more damage because this guy's gonna grow. The counterfeit more Master Yi, we need 2. I don't know. Play practice makes perfect, that's what we need to do. Blade's Edge. Actually, we could just naturally drop Master Yi there. They're kind of out of cards, and we can play practice makes perfect, which makes us strong enough to attack here and clear their board. And I do want a unit down for next round. Not having one is a terrible plan. That is an Ari. We're gonna ping the Nexus here. Oh, I'm dead. Gonna grant elusive. That didn't help. Well, probably did. Yeah. So we can Guided Touch. And then practice makes perfect. I forgot that you can't play spells. That was the kind of bad part there.
Shall we go together then?
Every adventure here has its own little quirks, and all of them are unique, and if you forget any of them at any point, you simply lose the game. Which on the one hand is pretty cool, because it's interesting. On the other hand, sucks a lot. That's kind of the situation we're in. We do have Ghost here, so we'll be able to block something. Want to see my cool trick? We're gonna target this guy, because that'll animate and grow that guy big enough to kill Ari. Was that a good plan over time? Probably not. Still don't really have elusive blockers. Pulling an Orb of Deception is actually super worthwhile there. And we'll block, and we'll block, and we will block. Grief's Lesson probably keeps us alive. Yeah.
Eyes on me.
And Master Yi is leveled.
Hope lives in the edge of my blade.
The chase is on.
And we're gonna try to just be a little bit more patient than we were last time.
Let's get it, crew.
The Blade's Edge the Nexus as a passing move. And we're gonna play Practice Makes Perfect and attack with everything except the Bastion. This time we're gonna remember not to play spells until they attack. Actually just like flat drop Master Yi, but I think if we do that, it's gonna end poorly. So we don't have any elusive. Kinda doesn't matter what we play. Blade's Edge the Nexus. Drop a Master Yi. This'll heal us a bunch. As you can see, it fills their board. We'll play Practice Makes Perfect. Copy Practice Makes Perfect. Attacking here is more or less pointless.
Our search is over. Now I hunt.
Play Practice Makes Perfect. I think we'll drop Misfortune as well. Never mind. They disagreed with that plan. We have no permanent units, but should be okay. We're removing everything they have right now. Also, their dog got big. Don't like that.
No greater gift than knowledge.
Think this wins?
Blade and honey.
So not quite, but it does clear the board. And we don't want to play a spell because they still have the attack token. Going to play a Trusty Adner. We'll know what they have. I guess I drew 2 more cards. Unfortunate. This should win. Should have, but it didn't. I kinda wonder if like Overwhelm would be really good. I don't wonder. I know Overwhelm would be really good. It's kinda hard to fit in. Maybe over Guardian Angel. Just gonna pass here.
Come now, is that all? One cut of many.
Surely this time nothing bad can happen. Hopefully we get a good power. We're kind of lacking finishing power. I don't hate Shadow Totem. I think Vampiric Scepter is maybe a little better. Elusive, also good. Although I don't think there's as well. Okay, there's still more elusive. The end doesn't have too much elusive. Hold them off is probably actually not good enough because what's his name? Atakhan will still attack and get all of the power of all of the units, so not quite enough. Spellburn will help me a lot, but doesn't solve my Atakhan problem. Don't draw at round start for unyielding determination. Probably losing. I bet I can make it work. Because you end up getting hit a bunch anyway, so maybe it doesn't necessarily matter. And once you get started, you're fine. I don't know. I think it's worth probably just leaving there. Kind of want the spells chest, but the sweet trap has killed me many, many times. So we can go balanced meal, and the idea here is you just kind of don't attack until you're ready to win the game, so they don't have the opportunity to heal. If they heal, you take damage, you take double the damage of... no, you take the same damage. So, try to avoid giving them free kills. Counterfeit Master Yi here. Oh no, we have Spellburn. Crap. Might be okay. I can drop Serene Spirit just to have something on the board. Fortunately, they didn't open attack. We're going to time and dedication here. And then we're going to drop Misfortune. Then Misfortune's gonna die. Probably.
I know what I'm doing.
I don't think I want to give them their boosted unit back, so I'm gonna keep Misfortune alive for now. We are gonna take 3, I think, damage here. Now we're gonna counterfeit Master Yi again. Actually, that'll reduce the amount of damage we take. If we Blade's Edge, it probably we take 0, but it's fine. We want to play Practice Makes Perfect, but we don't have Practice Makes Perfect, so we can't play it. We'll play Spirit Forge, then drop Master Yi. This will give us some hit points back. We're in kind of an awkward position right now, where we're kind of forced to do damage, but doing damage isn't that great. So, yeah, kind of weird.
Love ya.
Must be nice to start with infinite mana. So when they attack, I think we start with Forging here. And then copy Master Yi. And then World Creatures. Seems good. We're gonna take 5. We can block and we can block. We can Practice Makes Perfect. Leveling up. And we can block again. Good Guided Touch, don't think it super matters. Gonna parlay and Blade's Edge, just get rid of this unit. Well, somehow I've rallied. Attack. It's dangerous to attack because hit points that they're missing at the end of the round become damage to me. But I guess they were started at 70 and they're back at 70, so not that much of a big deal in this situation. Blade's Edge. They play a unit. Need time and dedication. Then we drop our Master Yi.
All eyes on me.
Wish I could play Practice Makes Perfect here, but I cannot. We'll copy it again though. And we're gonna forge. And we're gonna pass. I think we block like that.
My kind of party.
I guess Blade's Edge here. Oh no, I forgot about Rejuvenating Breeze. So, Rejuvenating Breeze, they can play 6 times around. It heals them for a lot. I think 2 every time. That's the main problem. I'm gonna play Practice Makes Perfect. And we're gonna forge. And we're gonna attack. Should win the game. Also spell burn, if you get it, triggers every time those spells get played. So all the animated spells go off. Pretty good. Guess we double down on Defiant Dance. And we're gonna get rid of Trusty Adner. We go to Unwelcome Guests. This is a weird adventure. Main issue is, of course, that their units are better than our units. And actually filling our board up to start is pretty bad. because then we can't really take advantage of our animated units. I don't know. It's fine, I guess. But as you can see, there's elusive. We have 5 plus 18, 28, 28 elusive, which is a lot. So we're going to need to make a little bit of space here. Will of Ionia apparently has rally. I think I learned this a different time and then forgot.
I know what I'm doing.
Show me your skill.
Kneel, students. Rise, warriors.
A little bit sad about that burnt card. This is fine-ish.
Come now, is that all?
Came a long way for a bullet.
Can't really play my last. Oh, no, I have 2. Great, I can play it. And we can swap out. This is pretty good, only 12 damage. Drop Master E. There's a lot of practice makes perfect. We should get a decent amount of life back here.
From shores to hills, we know every acre.
If we attack, it'll clear most of the board, but not all of it. I think it's probably fine.
Voodoo style. We don't want any trouble.
With Spellburn, we have access to Burst Master E versus Blade's Edge Master E, which is significantly worse.
No regrets, no mercy.
And they're gonna have to block at least some of this, otherwise they lose the game. Hopefully they have to block all of it. I hate this adventure. It's so frustrating. Like, you do something that you feel is correct and then you get punished for it just all of the time. It's so annoying. It's hard, it's long. I don't know. double up on Misfortune, because we might need the capture for the Atakhan. And by might, I mean will. Sparring Student's interesting. Having a unit on board to start with on Atakhan is going to be really good. Shop could have potentially something better. So it's always a choice. I'm going to go shop, but this might be incorrect. Trade cards cost 1 less. Yeah, that's good. And potentially we could play Infinite Prowling Cutthroats. I'll take one of those. And then we will cut a card. I think Prodigy's Shade is fine. And we go into Pranksters at Heart. We have 1 revive remaining. Hopefully we don't need it. We need to start with either Misfortune or the recall thing. I think Misfortune is the better. And we get Misfortune. So I'm pretty happy with that. You obviously take damage here because life is unfair. Drop Crackshot Corsair. Use Time and Dedication. And counterpick copies on our Master Yi. And we pass? Could Blade's Edge. And then that would give me an extra blocker. But we can also just like Blade's Edge. Okay, they chose not to attack because their attack was actually kind of bad, which is great for me. We're going to drop Misfortune before anything bad can happen. Although, downside is that they do have Bloody Business, so if they kill my Misfortune, then I'm in a much worse spot than I am right now. So potentially we can just like stall a little bit and see what happens. Maybe make them use some mana here. Also, it apparently looks like we can play Master Yi because this is a created card now. So that's an option, but I don't think we can actually play Master Yi. So I'm going to pass, let them play a card. So something like this would have, you know, ruined my day. And then we'll drop Misfortune. That should hold me at least until next round, I think. Could have actually attacked there, and then used the Blade's Edge to kill whatever blocked. I think that would have been more correct than what I did, which was Blade's Edge to finish off a unit that didn't really matter. So here, they're going to kill Misfortune. This is fine. Oh, it's not fine. Thought it was fine. Not fully certain what my plan is here. So we could Defiant Dance and Blade's Edge, but we still get attacked for 18, 21, 35, which is all of my life. Got Master Yi and Prey, I guess. They blocked nothing, so I'm super dead. I mean, I never had 51 hit points, so. Hopefully this time goes a little better. This costs 10. If I just recall it to their hand, they can't kill me, right? Although they started with a full board this time, so that might not even matter, else they'll basically don't have a unit to play. If I pass, I probably lose the game. There's no reason for them to do anything. If I don't pass, they'll kill my unit. So that also won't be great. I need a unit to make more units.
No prey, no pay.
I write the rules of power.
Not dead. It's actually pretty good, it does nothing. So we can Grief's Lesson. We can Time Dedication. And we can draw Master Yi.
Hope lives in the edge of my blade.
I still don't block though.
Come now, is that all?
So you have Master Yi's practice makes perfect. We are leveled, so when we play we'll recall. This costs 3. It'll refund 1. That's probably safe to play. It's also big enough to kill everything they have. I think we have to copy it first though. Then attack. I can't beat bloody business. So they do get Atakhan back. Maybe force them to block. I don't think it's going to be good enough. We can send it back to their hand. We still need to play. If we can kill their Nexus, then it transforms into Grandma Inoki. don't think I want to toss 4. And they can steal one of my units with Evelyn. Could kill a unit, but not sure that's helpful. Usually they'll just replay. It's free. Just send it up the Nexus. Shouldn't have done that. Nexus can't take damage.
Candle Scouts recruit Ava, ready to learn.
So if we time and dedication, doesn't actually help me that much. Evelyn costs 4. We could return her. They can't replay this turn. Ava's still kind of an issue. Maybe returning Ava is more important. Gonna do that. And then we're gonna Blade's Edge, so they can't steal my coral creatures.
Be as loud as you like.
Okay, they didn't even try. Great. Practice makes perfect. Get some hit points here. We have to survive all the puff caps. Oh no, they attacked again? What? What? I don't know what's happening. Okay. Uh-huh. They played a unit, right? I don't know, I'm confused. Let's call it fine. It's fine. It might not be fine. We might be dead.
I never.
Depending... Okay, an error occurred. That's what we want to see when we're super stressed out. I have the attack token? I have no idea what's happening in this game.
One cut of many.
As long as I don't draw 14 buff caps. Which has happened to me, by the way. At the same point. So, I'm a little concerned about that.
A quiet spirit.
We should heal mostly to full here.
Don't be shy.
Well, practice makes perfect for the hit point. And we attack, and this should win. Hooray! God, that is a nightmare. It just really isn't fun. Okay, so yeah, your entire game you need to be planning for that end, because the end is incredibly hard. You could use something like Wicked Harvest, but if you do that, while it will get rid of all of their units because they only have 2 hit points, it has the downside of it will also kill all your animated units when you play, so it's probably not functional on Master E. Might work on some of the other Spirit Blossom champions, especially inexpensive champions. I think I'm going to try something like that. with the other ones. What else? I don't know. It's now 6:40 a.m., so my brain has completely shut off. For the rune, like I said, I'm using the... What rune am I using? This video is an hour and 11 minutes long. This is like my 4th try. They all take this long. So, yeah. That should have been done like 3 hours ago. Anyway, I'm using Craftsman Favor to make those time and dedication. I think that's important to give you blocks. However, if you can just get something like time and dedication, like the power from the first power that you get, so you might have to do a bunch of rerolls, maybe complete the first adventure and go again. Phantom Pranks is so much nicer. Except for the fact that you can't win the game if you take it. So except for that part, Phantom Pranks is kind of incredible. If you don't have access to a lot of the relics though, they do cost like 120 runes to unlock the rare relics. So yeah, I mean you don't want to experiment too much if you don't have to. I think if you have the 4-star power, ally buffs, except barrier are permanent, this is really, really good and changes the context of your deck basically entirely. So every time you use like a practice mix perfect, you're going to grow, especially if you combine it with something like secret technique. Yeah, then you'll be in a much better spot than doing this at 3 stars. I did have to use the rune. Kind of not functional without. It's good enough for, other adventures, but it's not really working very well on the 6-star adventure here. This is the hardest adventure that there ever was by a long shot, so I don't feel bad using a rune, especially since they're so inexpensive to access right now. I do like double scourges, obviously. You would use packed powder if you have packed powder. That would help a lot in terms of getting rid of the units when you play Master Yi and when you attack with them. And I think that would be really strong. You could potentially remove Guardian Angel if you were using Epic Relics as well, because you just have better relics in general. And then, yeah, then you wouldn't need to lose. Respawning Master Yi didn't really help us that much throughout the adventure. Beast Within I think is probably pretty good, just because of how often you get blocked, and then just having that permanent source of overwhelm is nice. Obviously, if you're spending money, perfect hex score is going to be great. It's always good, but it's also a targeted spell, so you could replace the time and dedication with perfect hex core, and then you could pick up Phantom Pranks. That's an option. I bet that would be really fun, actually. And I don't know what his relic is called. Spirit Blossom. So Time Honored Blade. If I'm a Spirit Blossom unit, I cost 1 less for each round you targeted an ally. Combine that with perfect hex score, and I think you have a really good setup, especially, like I said, with Secret Technique, where allies gain twice as many stats from a spell, and then with the 4-star, where you have that permanent, so I'm sure you could roll into lifesteal and everything would be really easy and your life would be great. Now, of course, this is a paid relic, but you can get those now through the Glory store, so, yeah, perfect X score seems like a good call. Maybe you run Chemtech Duplicator if you're doing that, and you don't have Time Honored Blade. That'd be something like perfect X score, Chemtech not Time Honored Blade. Scourges? Maybe not. Maybe Secret Technique? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. It's too late. But this is a thing that can work. It's actually pretty consistent at getting to Atakhan. Surprisingly, just because of how good Practice Makes Perfect is with the health potion. But it struggles a lot on Atakhan because it's just hard to remove. So if you can find like the Hold It power where it stuns the strongest unit, then that would work. And that would probably save you a whole lot of grief. For this to work for me, I needed Blade's Edge in order to trigger the double Scourge's stash. But you could run like one Scourge's stash, and that's actually not that much worse. And then you could also run, I don't know, some way of doing damage. That doesn't make any sense. There aren't relics that just do damage passively. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm so sorry. Hopefully any of this made sense. At the very least, we showed that you can do the adventure with your Spirit Blossom Master Yi at 3 stars, or I guess 4 stars, and no epic relics. It is level 40, so it gets into a few extra hit points. That's definitely going to help as well. Yeah. And again, I had the Spirit Blossom regen, so everything you can do, every little bit helps, and it all matters, and it all stacks up. Were I not doing it for these videos, I definitely would have invested in the 4-star power, and I definitely would have used epic relics. So I might show that later, actually, when I'm done with all of this. But there's still many, many more videos to go. But this is our first Spirit Blossom completion. We have 3 things to go. We have 1 more Spirit Blossom, which I think I'm likely to use Teemo. We have another Bandle City, so maybe we use Teemo for that, Spirit Blossom Teemo. And then, I don't know, Nora's inexpensive. So there might be ways to cheat. I'd have to unlock Nora on my other account, obviously, because this one has 5 stars. But that might be a thing we can do. And I think we use Lux here for Demacia. So Lux, Nora, Spirit Blossom Teemo, but I also think some of the other Spirit Blossom champions, like I think the Taker is just really good. So the Taker is potentially an easy option. What does the Taker cost? Does it cost a reasonable amount? So like 4 is a reasonable amount. We could use like Wicked Harvest, Grand General's Counterplan, although you can't really remove the Taker, so playing it again might be hard with that. Some way to copy. I don't think there's an easy way to do that. I don't even know why I'm still talking. I should have ended this video a long time ago. Ari costs 4, Evelyn costs 4, so all of those are also potential options. A lot of the units that you fight are actually not that strong health-wise. They just also have like 10 hit points, and that's the main issue, but whatever. Anyway, I'm leaving before I say more things that I don't need to be saying. So, good night. Love you, bye.